Good day, everyone. So welcome for the Senior High School Guidance Orientation and Reorientation for the school year 2023 to 2024 for our new students, transferee, and our old students. And of course, to our teachers, and of course, to their parents. So welcome to Lucena City National High School. So by the way, I am Sarah Katrina Z. Portes. So you can call me Mom Saki. I am the registered guidance counselor for the senior high school department. Of course, headed by our co-principal three, Sir Rodolfo E. Sena Jr., or you can call him Sir Dong. So for the orientation and reorientation agenda, so number one is we're going to discuss the rules and regulations for students. Next is dress code and uniform policy, use of technology and electronic devices, the discipline code of conduct for students. So next is the student rights and responsibility. The next is the code of conduct and expectation, child protection policy, bullying, child in conflict of law, child at risk, and corporal punishment. Okay. So first is the rules and regulations for students, so attendance and tardiness. So the following guidelines in attendance are punctuality is stated in paragraph 1.2 under part 4 of 2000 Dex Service Manual. So shall be observed by both public elementary and of course secondary school. The next is the rules and regulations for students. Regularity of attendance and punctuality are required in all classes. Attendance and of course, bawal mali. Students who had been absent or nag-cut ng classes are required to present a letter of explanation from his or her parents or guardian. Kailangan manggagaling yung sulat is sa kanyang parents, magulang, or guardian. Bring or pwede din, bring them to the school. Kung ayaw magsulat, papupuntahin po natin sila sa school for a short conference with the section advisor or the guidance counselor as the case may be. The next is attendance of students in special holiday activities related to their religion shall be allowed provided na pinayagan sila ng ating school head or principal. So next is the rules and regulation naman natin for habitual tardiness, palaging nalilate. Okay? So especially during the first period in the morning and the afternoon. So shall not be allowed. So bawal tayo nalilate. Teachers concerned shall call the parents, tatawagan po ng mga teachers, advisors during first period, especially the advisor. Ang parents ko ng student concerned na palaging nalilate. Okay? Kung hindi naman sila pumunta sa school, we need to go to their home for home visitation. Dress code and uniform policy. While the general policy in wearing of school uniform shall not be required in public school as embodied by the DepEd Order 45, Series of 2008, it is necessary pa rin to provide guidance on what constitutes proper school attire. So the following principles should serve as a guide. So number one, student basic right to go to school, study, and learn is the paramount importance of school that should be respected and promoted at all times. Number two, the student's attire should be reflected respect for the school as the institution for learning. Number three is the student attire. Yung pananamit natin as a student should not become a cause of discrimination, particularly for the students belong to a lower socioeconomic status. Number four is promoting physical hygiene. Paligid ko araw-araw, pagtututbrush, pagpaplansya, or dapat is araw-araw nilalabhan mo ating school uniform and proper school decorum is part of the teaching learning process ng school. Thus, the student's attire, again, and physical appearance should manifest learning from this process. So next is given the above principle, the suggested attire for secondary student or high school or senior high school student for boys, so polo shirt, a t-shirt with sleeve, any plain color with a minimum of fit. Okay? Sa pants naman, any color, kahit anong kulay, okay lang. And footwear, any. So mas maganda is, ayun kayong blue shoes. For the girls naman, dress naman is dress, pwede skirt and blouse. So, any blouse or pants, any color and any print. So, footwear again is, so again, it's much better if loose shoes tayo. And then, hindi masyadong iksi yung ating dresses or mga skirts. So next is for students with existing uniform, they can still continue wearing them. Kung meron kayong uniform ni kuya or ni ate, much better, yun na lang suotin natin. Okay? If you want or if you decide that. So the suggested uniform to all the students in the Lucena City National High School are the following. So the type A is the white blouse and black skirt for female, and for female naman is a white polo and a black pants for male. Okay, so for type B, white skirt and black and black skirt, white shirt pala, white t-shirt or white shirt and black skirt for females. And of course, for the male naman is the white shirt and black pants. So for type C is white shirt and jogging pants or maong kung may uniform pants or both male and female senior high school students. So again, reminder, wearing of crop top and ripped jeans are highly discouraged. So the safety of purposes of the students, especially for females. Okay? So you can see here is our dress code or uniform for the senior high school department. So make sure that you wear your validated school ID all the time. So you can find the dress code in our Facebook page. Okay? So next is the use of technology and electronic devices or gadgets. So, the use of mobile phones, mga cellphone natin during class is hindi siya pinapayagan except if the device is used for classroom activity or discussion, depending on the instruction of your subject teacher. The next is discipline code of conduct for students. In line with the functions in to provide the optimal conditions conducive to learning, the school may be subject students to disciplinary procedure to observe such norm of conduct and behavior, which are expected of them. So inside and outside the school premises, sa loob at labas ng paaralan. So the guidelines below regarding student discipline was based from the Regional Memo 21 to 217 series of 2021. So for the light offenses, yung mga medyo magagaan na mga offenses. So altering profanities or swear words, pagmumura, disruptive behavior in class within the school premises. Letter C is grabbing others' belongings, pwedeng pagkain or mga gamit. Letter D is a simple vandalism, pagsusulat um, ng mga pangalan or pagbabandal inside the classroom or school premises equivalent amount does not exceed to 500. So vandalism is marking or damaging school property. So letter E is inflicting slight physical injury to any other learners. Pinching, letter F, pinching, punching, panununtok, pagkurot sa other learner which does not involve serious physical injury. So, ito yung mga dinidiscuss is mga light offenses. Bawal to ha. So, next letter G is fighting which does not involve serious physical injury. H is cursing, rope shaming, catcalling, leering, and intrusive gazing. So, taunting, pursuing unwanted invitation, misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic, and slur, persistent unwanted comments in one's appearance, relentlessness with a request for one's personal data such as name, contact number, social media details ko, destination, so saan ka pupunta, anong pangalan mo, ayaw ibigay, pero persistent ka pa din. So, that is bawal pa rin siya. Ha? We identify, again, identify your expression including sexist, homophobic, and transphobic statements, and slur and persistent telling of sexual joke, bibiro ng din joke, use of sexual name, so bawal siya ha, and any statement that has made invasion of personal space, patterns, the person's sense of personal safety. So ano yung mga parusa regarding this? For the light offenses, yung mga diniscuss natin, first offense, ang kauna-unahan is i-refer to sa classroom advisor. Isusumbong natin siya or i-refer natin siya sa ating classroom advisor. Classroom advisor ang gagawa ng positive discipline. Again, that is a positive discipline. So, bahala na si um, classroom advisor kung paano positive discipline ang gagawin niya. Pwede niyang kausapin ng student para for the first offense, hindi na siya maulit. Okay? Or pwede din naman gawin ni advisor is seek recommendation or consultation for the guidance counselor para mag-guide natin siya. Second offense, na ulit-ulit. So, kailangan na natin siyang padalhan ng written reprimand na ka-addressing no, sa parents na or guardian by the guidance counselor. So, next is parent confidence. Pwede din ipatawag ang magulang, pakausapin sila sa guidance. Further intervention na or kung medyo malalim na siya o yung kanyang offenses, intervention na for counseling session with the guidance counselor. And then, the third offense, kung naulit na naman, the guidance counselor na will refer the case naman sa principal natin. Okay? Sasabihin na natin siya sa principal. Then si principal, pwede siyang again magpatawag ng parent confidence, suspension, pwede din natin siyang bigyan ng suspension from class from 1 to 3 days home study program to continue the education with further intervention again with a counseling session with the guidance counselor. Again, close monitoring for the advisor. So next is the less serious or less grave offense. Yung kanina is light. So this naman is less serious or less grave offenses. Letter A is simple stalking. Letter B, vandalism. Kanina, na equivalent amount does not exceed to 500. This one naman, if your vandalism, it does not exceed naman to 1,000. Medyo malaki yung binandan mo. So, nagkakaalaga siya not exceeding to 1,000. So, that will fall to less serious or less grave offenses. Next is assaulting or inflicting less serious physical injury to another learner or teacher or school personnel. Letter D is theft or stealing others' belongings, pagnanakaw or pagkuha ng ibang belonging or bagay sa iyong kaklase, teachers, or other personnel. Yung kanina is pag-grab lang. Okay, this one naman is may intention na to steal. Letter E is cheating, dishonesty during class assessment or exam. Letter F is allowing another student to copy one's answer in exam or assigned homework or assignment for the same or similar assessment, whether for personal reason, profit, or gain. Okay? Halimbawa, isagot for sale, binebenta nila or nagpapagagawa sila ng assignment kasi binabayaran sila. So, magpo-fall siya sa less grave offenses. Next, letter G is intimidating or threatening a teacher or student. Okay? So, H is the possession of gambling material. Nagdala ka, dala lang ha, possession lang. Hindi ka na nagdala ng baraha or ng kung ano mang gamit pagsisigal that will fall under less serious or less grave offense. Next is carrying Again, carrying lang ha, magdala. And concealing liquor, mga alak, toxic substance, cigarette, e-cigarette, vape, pornographic materials. Okay? So, bawal siya, mag-isol siya less serious. Okay? The next is uh, identification of offender and effect for the demeaning, harassing, threatening, or intimidating in party, including flashing or private parts, public masturbation, grouping, and similar lewd of function committed. Okay, so this will be for act of lasciviousness. Uh, this is less serious and less grave. Okay? So, ano naman yung offenses? Paano naman natin siya parurusahan? Okay? Or punishment. So the first offense is, again, refer to the classroom advisor for positive discipline. If nakita nyo na witness nyo as a student, you need to refer or report it to your advisor. If kayo mismo, kailangan nyo sabihin kay advisor para mabigyan natin siya ng proper action. Okay? For second offense, naulit na naman. So the guidance counselor will refer agad o ang case na to sa ating principal. Pwede din parents confidence. Next is pwede din gawin ng suspension for class class suspension for 4 to 5 days, home study program to continue education, again with further intervention or counseling session with the guidance counselor. So for the third offense, na ulit na naman, for the third time, the guidance counselor will refer the case na talaga sa ating principal. Okay? So, depende sa kung kaano kalala yung na-commit ng student na offenses. Pwede din natin sa the third offense, parent confidence again. Then, community service inside the school for 5 hours facilitated by the year-level coordinator. If you are grade 11, ang magpa-facilitate niyan is yung grade 11 coordinator. If you are a grade 12 student, ang magpa-facilitate niyan is for the grade 12 coordinator. Again, with proper intervention, counseling session, kakausapin na kayo ang guidance counselor. So next is serious or grave offenses. So number 1, letter E is bullying, which refers to any severe or repeated ulit-ulit use by one or more students or a written, verbal, or electronic expression by social media or a physical act of gestures or any combination thereof directed at another student that has the effect of actual causing or placing the latter if reasonable fear for physical or emotional harm or damage at his property. So creating a hostile environment at school for other students, pwede din infringing of the right on the rights of the students at school or materially substantially disrupting the educational process na makapag-aral dahil sa bullying or orderly operation of school or activities such as but not limited to the following. Number 1 is any unwanted physical contact between the bully and the victim like punching, pushing, shoving, kicking, slapping, tickling, headlock, inflicting skull prank. Bawal mag-prank. Teaching, light, and use of available objects as a weapon. Number 2 is any act of cause of damage to the victim's psyche, and other and or emotional well-being inside the classroom, school premises, or during school function activities inside or outside the school. Next, number 3 or the third one is any slanderous statement or accusation that caused the victim undue emotional distress, like using foul language or profanity as the target, name calling, tormenting, and commenting solely on the victim's look, kanya itsura, paano siya manamit, yung shape ng body niya, body shape niya. Okay? So next 4 is cyberbullying. So you're familiar now with cyberbullying and bullying done and use of technology or any electronic means committed. So the term shall also include any contact resulting to harassment, intimidation, humiliation, napahiya through use of other form of technology such as but not limited to texting, email, instant messaging, chatting, internet, social media, online games, other uh, platform for formats as instant message as defined in the Death and Order Policy Series of 2012. And number 5 is any form of bullying as may be provided in the school child protection policy or anti-bullying policy. So what is bullying? The term bullying shall also include social bullying, refers to the deliberate, repeated, paulit-ulit, aggressive social behavior intent to alter or belittle, minamaliit natin, ang another individual or group based on their origin or ethnicity. Second is, ito very common, gender-based bullying. Refers to any act of humiliate, pinapahiya natin, ini-exclude din natin sila sinasama sa grouping or ayaw natin sa kanila uh, isama sa reporting, for example, as a person on basis of their um, uh, the perceived or actual sexual orientation or gender identity or disorder. Okay, so yung mga part na rainbow community, your gender-based bullying, if you are experiencing this, so kailangan i-report natin siya kanina sa ating muna class advisor. The next is letter D is libel or oral defamation, libel or oral defamation or commission of which the cyberspace committed inside the classroom premise. Letter C is the alteration or use of falsified school record or the credentials during enrollment or similar purpose. D is inflicting serious physical injury to another learner inside the classroom, school premises, or during the school action activity, whether inside or outside the classroom. Okay? Serious physical injury are those who are required medical intervention na more than 15 days, almost 3 weeks. Diba? So letter E is use of possession or sales of prohibited drug or substance inside the classroom, school premises, or during school sanction activities, whether inside or classroom activities. F, smoking, gumamit na. Kung kanina, dinala lang. Ito, ginamit nyo na. So, smoking cigarette, e-cigar, vape, marijuana inside the classroom, school premises, during school function activity, during inside or outside the school is will fall under the serious or grave offenses. Next is serious vandalism inside the classroom or school premises equivalent amount exceeding to more than 1,000. Okay? Letter H is gambling inside. Kanina, dinala lang yung materials. Pagsusugal na yun, nagsugal na mismo sa classroom. Inside the classroom, school premises, during school function activities, whether inside or outside the school, will fall under serious or grave offense. Okay, next. So, letter I, ang dami. Okay, letter I is a serious threatening pagbabanta sa student or pwede din sa faculty or teacher. Kasi for the senior high, so during the enrollment, nag-upo ako sa enrollment, ang dami ng senior high na medyo may edad na. Okay? At malalaki pa compare sa ating teacher. So baka meron tayong ganitong incident, so kailangan i-report natin siya agad sa ating proper authority, sa class advisor, sa guidance counselor, or sa ating principal. Okay? So faculty member, inside the classroom, school premises, and during school function activity, whether inside or outside school. J is a serious assaulting or inflicting serious physical injuries to teachers or school personnel inside the classroom and school premises during school function activities, whether inside again or outside the classroom. Letter K is drinking liquor, nag-inuman na po, ayan na nga, nag-inuman na sa classroom, school premise, or during function activities, this will fall under serious or grave offenses. I is the act of lasciviousness, sexual exploitation, sexual assault, or rape committed inside the classroom, school premises during school function activities, whether inside or outside school. Okay, so sana wala namang ganito tayong case. No? So letter N is carrying a and concealing deadly weapon inside classrooms, school premises, and during school activities and inside or outside. Nagdala ka na ng deadly weapon. O, letter F, letter T rather, is homicide or murder committed by the learner in school or during school function activity, inside and outside. So again, sana naman wala tayong ganitong cases. So again, this will fall in serious or grave offenses because it is against the law na. Okay? So any form of using any form of any form. So using of drugs in any form inside or class outside the classroom premises. Medyo madami yung grade. So letter ano na tayo? P. Qualified stalking accompanied by touching, pitching, so bawal siya ha. So any part of the body. Letter Q is the gender-based online sexual abuse or harassment, including acts of use of information, communication technology, terrorizing, and intimidating the victim. Okay? So, hindi ko na masyado i-discuss. So, any gender-based of sexual abuse through online, so videotape, video recording, ni-record mo, then pinakalat mo. So, that will fall serious or grave. So, ano naman yung sanction dito? Di pa pala. Meron pa pala last. Nag-upload na. Uploading. So, this will be the last. So, the uploading and sharing one or another person's recorded live video, photos, or voice with sexual content and social media or any person willing to pay for purposes or gain of profit committed inside the classroom or school premises during school function activities, whether inside or outside the school. Online sex for sale, for example. So again, this is against the law na. So this will fall saan sa serious or grave offenses. So, pwede na namin ito i-refer for the DSWD. Okay? So, sana walang ganito. Alam ko naman mababait ang mga senior high school ng Lucena City National High School, right? So, what is the offenses? Okay? So, for the first offense, is mabigat yung serious or grave offenses, i-refer na agad ni teacher. Kung nalaman agad ni teacher ito, or pwedeng student, direct na agad kay counselor, so, sinabi ng counselor natin, yes, ako po yan. I-refer niyo na agad sa akin. So, refer to the guidance counselor for proper documentation, intake sheet na agad po ito. For referral na lang, and refer to the classroom advisor for positive discipline and with proper documentation of anecdotal records. So for the advisor, always maintain your anecdotal record. Please, sabihin po natin yan. So, it's better to be safe with all the documents that you presented. Okay? So, second offense, naulit na naman yung serious grave offenses. The guidance counselor will refer the case na sa ating principal. Pwede din magpatawan na agad ng excuse me, parent confidence. Again, community service inside the school with monitoring ng ating year level coordinator from 11 to 15 hours with further intervention or counseling. So, magpapacilitate ng counseling against the registered guidance counselor that, again, ako po magpapacilitate po nun. So, for the third offense na, so, naulit na naman for the third time. So, the guidance counselor will refer the case to the principal or pwede din parents conference, community service inside the scope of 15 to 20 hours na, facilitated again by the year level coordinator and further counseling. Okay, so that is um, the function to be that need to be delivered sa ating students if meron silang behavioral problem. Okay? So, going back, so student rights and responsibilities naman, according to Batas Pambansa Bilang 232, Section 9 is right for the student in school. Lahat ng kabataan or ng bata or student is kailangan meron silang karapatan na pumunta or mag-aral sa paaralan. Okay? So, in addition to the rights and subject to the limitations presented by the law and regulations, students and pupils in all schools shall enjoy the following rights. Karapatan nila ang number one, right to receive primary primarily through competent instruction. So all our senior high school teachers are competent instructors. Relevant quality education in line with the national goal and conducive to their full development as a person in dignity. The second is the right to school guidance and counseling service for decision and selecting alternatives in the field of work suited to his or her his or her potential. Okay? So, napakaswerte ng ating school kasi meron tayong dalawang registered guidance counselor. Okay? They're the qualified guidance counselor para magbigay ng service kung medyo nalilito ka ang student, especially in our students sa senior high school, if they're going to have um, proper curriculum exist. Trabaho na ba? Tayo ba pupursue pa ng college? Ano pang college? Kasi during the enrollment, ang dami pang mga grade 10 graduate, moving after, complete, grade 10 completer na hindi talaga nila sigurado kung ano yung gusto nila. Okay? So, meron naman gusto yung estudyante yun, hindi naman pasok yung kanilang um, academic qualification. So, kailangan pwede natin tanongin si guidance counselor para mabigyan tayo ng proper guidance in our decision making, especially in our career. Okay, next. So, continuation ng right is right to access to his own school records confidentiality. The school shall maintain and preserve. Next is the right to the insurance of official certificates, diploma, transcript of record, grades, transfer credential, and any other documents. So, kung kailangan mo siya, karapatan mo na mabigyan nito. Okay? So, kung gusto mo mag-transfer your credentials, hindi siya pwedeng i-code. Ito, malinaw po yun students, parents, and course teachers po ha. So, next is right to publish a student newspaper in similar publication. So, kung meron po dito students na into journalism, you have the right to join and publish to the student newspaper in similar. The next po is right to free expression of opinion and suggestion. So, yung proper channel of communication, the academic channel and administrative body of school and institution. Again, free of expression in opinion and suggestion is kailangan meron pa rin respect. Hindi dahil may karapatan tayo, is wala tayong wala tayong free from charges na tayo. Especially if we express, meron tayong nasaktan or na-damage na tao or isang or dignidad. So we need to be responsible. Next is the right to form, establish, or join and participate in organization and societies. So you have the right to sumali, mag-participate sa kahit anong organization in societies inside the school premises. So again, the next is the right for free for involuntary contribution except for those who provide by their own organization or society. So next is the section 15 duties and responsibilities of students. In addition to those provided for under the existing law, every student shall, number one, exert his utmost to develop his potential for service, particularly by undergoing an education suited for his ability in order that he may become the asset to his family and to the society. So tayo nasa kakanya-kanya strand. So you need to exert your effort para ma-develop yung potential na ito. Okay? So next is uphold an academic integrity of the school and and endeavor to achieve academic excellence and abide by the rules and regulations governing his academic responsibility and moral integrity. Kaya tayo nag-enroll sa school o nag-aaral, meron tayong academic responsibility. Responsibilidad natin ang mag-aral. Okay? And of course, preserve our moral integrity. Okay? So next is promote and maintain the peace and tranquility of the school by observing the rules and discipline, by exerting effort and attain harmonious relationship with your fellow classmates or students, for the teaching and academic staff and other school persons. At kailangan i-respect natin sila and of course, panatili natin ang peaceful and tranquility ng ating paaralan. Next is you need to you have the duties and right to participate actively in the civic affairs and the promotion of general welfare, particularly in school, economic, and general development of this community. Again, of just compassionate and orderly society. Next is exercise his right responsibly in knowledge that he is answerable for any infringement or violation for the public welfare or and of the rights of others. So next is the code of conduct and expectation for depth and order for GCDs of 2012. So for the section 9, duties and responsibility again of pupils, learners, students and learners shall have the following duties and responsibilities. Excuse me. Okay, letter A, comply to the school rules and regulation. Kailangan sumusunod tayo sa rules and regulation ng paaralan. Okay? For the harmony and for their best interest. The student, kayo, and learners shall refrain from number one, engaging in discrimination or leading a group of pupils or students to discriminate another with the preference to one's physical appearance, weakness, and status in any sort. Bawal tayo mag-engage sa discriminatory. Discriminate natin ng classmates, that is ano. Okay? So next is doing any act of inappropriate or sexually proactive. Okay? So bawal natin siyang gawin. Next is participating in behavior any student that is illegal, unsafe, or abusive. Next is marking or damaging school property. Ito na nga yung vandalism, even books or malls. So engaging a fight or any aggression. So I already discussed din naman na. So papasadahan ko na lang siya. Ha? So article that deadly weapon, drugs, toxic, substance, cigarettes, pornographic materials, performing other similar acts of cause or damage injury to another. So next is allegation that any of those acts shall be committed shall not be used to curtail child basic rights or interpreted to defeat the objective of the department or order. To conduct the previous conduct themselves in accordance with their level of development, maturity, and demonstrate capabilities rather, with a proper regards with the rights and welfare of other persons. Letter C is we need to respect another person's rights, regardless of opinion, status, gender, ethnicity, religion, as well as everyone's moral and physical integrity. And of course, we need to observe the code of conduct for pupils, students, and learners. Okay, so for the child protection, child protection policy, the DepEd Order number 40, series of 2012 child protection policy. So you're considered a child if you are less than 18 years old, pero kung ikaw naman is greater than 18, mas mataas, 18 years old, but are unable to fully take care of yourself. including pupils or students who may be 18 years old or older but are in school. Okay? Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na ma'am, 21 na po ako, hindi na po ako bata. As long as you are enrolled in the DepEd or nasa school ka, estudyante ka, you're considered a child according to DepEd Order number 40 series of 2012. So this policy is your protection. Okay? So abuse. So abuse is when someone causes us harm or distress. So ano naman yung child abuse? Maltreatment of a child, ang abuso sa isang bata, whether or habitual or not, psychological, whether or habitual or not, psychological or physical abuse, neglect, cruelty, sexual abuse, emotional maltreatment. So next is ano yung kind ng abuse? Pwedeng psychological or emotional. So, name calling, insult, that is abuse, threatening violence even without carrying out threats, allowing children to witness a physical or emotional abuse of another is still an abuse. Kita mo na nag-witness mo na yung isang tao is inaabuso. So, you are witnessing an abuse that can be distress sa part ng isang bata na naka-witness nun. Withholding love, support, or guidance. Withholding sabihin hindi ka pinapakitaan pag-aarugan ng support, pagmamahal, suporta, or paggabay. Okay? So, another is physical abuse, cruelty, and of course, sexual abuse. So, bullying, so we already discussed that one later on, pero this is bullying is a student commit an act or a series ulit-ulit of act of direct toward another student or a series, again series ulit-ulit of a single act direct toward several students in school setting or place of learning which results in physical and mental abuse, harassment, intimidation, or humiliation. So for the advisor po, mga subject teachers, senior high school teachers, you need to be keen or aware kung sino-sino yung mga may tendency. So, for bullying cases, hindi lang yung nabully ang biktima. Sometimes may pinagdadaanan din. Most of the time, may pinagdadaanan din yung mga binubully that they both need a support or a counseling. Okay? So next po is bullying. So type of bullying, of course, familiar na tayo dito. So letter A is threat or inflict of a wrong upon the person, honor, or property of a person or his or her family. Talking, taking property, public humiliation, pamamahiya, public malicious imputation of a crime or a vice or defect, whether real or imaginary, deliberate destruction or defacement or damage of child property. So next is bullying type. Again, type is physical violence committed by the student or without aid of any weapon, such as violence may be in form of mainly hitting, punching, kicking, throwing things on other students, pinching, spanking, and other similar acts. The next is the demanding or requiring sexual or monetary payments or extracting money or property or from people to students. Restraining liberty and freedom of a pupil or the student. So this will be the last slide. So papasadahan na lang natin siya para lang aware po tayong lahat, especially the students, the teachers, and of course our dear parents. Okay? So child in conflict of the law. Kung ang gunawa na ng student is labag na sa batas. Okay? So child who is alleged as or accused of a judge as having committed or offense under the Philippine law or student offender or perpetuator. So sila yung mga child in conflict with the law. Okay? So alam niyo na po yun. So kung ang nagawa ng isang estudyante is labag sa batas ng Pilipinas, They are considered child in conflict with the law. Okay? So, ano naman po yung child at risk or CAR? So, it's yung mga vulnerable to and at risk of behaving in any way that can harm himself, herself, or others, are vulnerable and at risk of being pushed and exploited to become into conflict with the law because of their personal family problem and social circumstances. They are the student victims. So at risk sila. Pwede silang ma-push forward mas malala pa. Okay? So pwede sila um, maging ano, ma-push pa dito sa CICL or Child in Conflict with the Law. So, vulnerable sila. So, ano naman yung corporal punishment? So, corporal punishment, again, it is prohibited. Bawal po siya. Any kind of punishment or penalty imposed or an alleged or actual offenses which is carried out or inflicted for it for the purpose of discipline, training, or control by the teachers, school administrator, an adult, or any other child who had been given or some authority or responsibility, punishment, or discipline. Okay? So that is corporal punishment. So bawal po siya. Okay, if you have any question, you can visit me at the guidance office. Pwede po kayo magtanong sa akin or you can comment down below yung inyo pong mga questions. So, meron tayong short quiz para lang ma-identify ko if meron kayong natutunan dito sa ating orientation. I hope you learn a lot about your rights and responsibilities and of course yung mga bawal yung gawin dito sa paaralan and I hope that every one of you has a prosperous and enjoy the senior high school life here at Lucena National High School. So again, I am Sarah Cabrina, the Mesa-Portes. You can call me Mom Saki and thank you and let's have a great school year